Hello and welcome to Hanovi Global Network. I am your host, John Hanovi, and today we have breaking news. In a blistering blow of defeat, the United States Supreme Court has shut down Colorado's bid to keep Donald Trump off the ballot, signaling a victory for Donald Trump across the United States. The highest court system in America has spoken. In a 9-0 ruling, it's definitive. It's over. Stop the shenanigan. Donald Trump will be on every single ballot in every state of America. Period. Unfortunately, this is something that should have been obvious to every state. The Supreme Court has went further to make it very clear that the states are not responsible for making such a decision. Now think about it for a second. That is something that should seem very obvious. Just imagine if it was the other way around and a Republican state decides, hey, look, we don't want Joe Biden on the ballot. Then any state can make such an arbitrary decision. And that in itself would definitely be a serious threat to democracy. You would think that the champions of democracy would have obviously seen that. But no, and I prefer to refer to those so-called champions of democracy as actually saboteurs of democracy. These people care nothing about democracy, but are more concerned with maintaining power and using whatever means that is necessary to keep Donald Trump off the ballot and in essence to sabotage democracy. There also seems to be a concerted effort to use the legal system to go after their political opponents. When you venture into the domain of weaponizing the legal system against citizens of America, then you have really crossed the Rubicon. There's absolutely no turning back, and you have ventured into very dangerous territory. It is quite obvious that this is not a concern for these saboteurs of democracy. And in their hyenic thirst for power, there is no limit to which they are not willing to go. One thing is clear is that the United States Supreme Court has sent a clear and distinct message. So hopefully all these shenanigans of trying to keep Donald Trump off the ballot would cease and desist. If you say you're champions of democracy, then one of the fundamental things of democracy is allowing citizens of a nation to choose who they decide they want to lead them. Now, we have seen recently what has happened across the pond. Now, George Galloway won the elections in Rochdale fair and square. As a matter of fact, he had handsomely beaten the Conservatives and the Labour Party. However, for some reason, even though that this was all democratic, there was no impropriety, still the media mob and the Conservatives and the Labour are adamant that he is a threat to democracy when he rightfully won the election democratically. Now, these people are very dangerous. So it goes to show that this is not just unique to the United States, but this attempt to sabotage democracy is worldwide, across the globe. And if you wanted to be truly woke, you would recognize that these people who claim to be champions of democracy are not even close, but actually are saboteurs of democracy. In a 9-0 ruling, it seems that the U.S. Supreme Court is sending a clear message that this issue is over and should be put to bed. Hopefully, the lovers and champions of democracy would abide by the Supreme Court's decision.